Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you all for coming. I'm so glad that you are here today.
Yes.
We are here talking about nutrition today. And these are a few things that we want to learn about today. I have handouts that I'm going to be giving you. I took the liberty of copying some handouts for you. It is the older adults and the importance of nutrients that you might be missing in your diet. As well as, I also printed out a elderly person or senior citizen food pyramid for you. And we will talk about that and what you might be missing and what you should add to your diet. Especially when you go to Walmart. You are so fortunate to have this place to come to. Where you can go to Walmart, you can get a very good meal. You are so very fortunate indeed. So we will talk about our food pyramid, and we will talk about some of the nutrients that we might be missing in our diet today, okay?
Okay.
And if you want, you can feel free to ask any questions or stop me, because I can't go on and on. We only have 15 minutes today, but we'll get in as much as we can, all right?
All right.
Okay, I'm so thankful to be here. My name is Rita. I'm a clinical nursing instructor. I teach nursing clinicals by profession. But I took out a little time in my day to come here and to make sure you as seniors are getting the proper exercise, are getting the proper nutrition that you should be getting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as seniors, most people are concerned about what? Dehydration. The seniors being dehydrated. They're also concerned about seniors having too much sodium in their diet. Well, what is one of the most key components missing here? And that's the skin. The skin that protects our body. How many know some of the things that skin did for us? For our body. Skin is an organ. It's a part of the integumentary system, which is the skin system. It's an organ. What does it do? It protects our body. It keeps infection from invading us and taking over our body. What else does the skin is responsible for? What about heat? As heat escapes, our skin protects us and it keeps us via, it's a little organ, a little thing in our head called the hypothalamus. That's our chemistry lessons. But the skin is so important. And many times our skin is overlooked. But we have to make sure that our skin is protected. I had a patient at the hospital one time. And they came in, they were having problems with wounds. The wounds were not healing. It just wasn't getting better. Why do you think that may be? It was because of nutrition and a lack of vitamin sufficiency. They wasn't getting the proper diet. So if you don't get the proper diet, what happens? Infection happens and our wound does what? It don't heal. It needs the proper nutrition to heal. Okay? What kind of nutrition is that? Protein, number one. A wound heals via protein and a vitamin. Which vitamin do you think would be so important for skin healing, especially wounds? Vitamin C. We need a lot of vitamin C to heal our wounds. The patient came to the hospital. The wound just would never heal. But once you start getting vitamin C administered, once you start having a good, proper, nutritional diet, guess what happens? The wounds begin to heal. So this is how important nutrition, not only for us as young people, but elderly people as well, needs to have a proper nutritional diet. And as we said a few minutes ago, you're so blessed to be and fortunate to be coming here to get a nice nutritional meal. Okay? So now, let's look at it. Although it's kind of cold outside today, it's really, really, really cold outside today. And you might not be thinking about the sun, but if anybody lives in Texas any amount of time, maybe within the next hour, the sun might be blazing and it might be getting pretty warm. So we need to start thinking about the sun. We need to start thinking about the skin. The sun helps us with our skin. We need to at least get at least 2 to 3, maybe 5 minutes max of sun. We don't want to get too much. But But we need some sun to help us with our vitamin D supply. And our vitamin D supply helps us absorb heat, keep us warm, keep our bodies, right? So this is how important nutrition is. We must have the proper nutrition in our body. So we're going to get a lot of sun?
Yes.
Coming up? Yes, we are. We are. Okay. So we need to make sure we have enough nutrition. So what about dehydration? We have to make sure that you don't get dehydrated. What do you think may happen if you don't take in enough water? You're going to get dehydrated. And how do we know if you're dehydrated? We tend to test your skin and see if the turgor. Turgor means that if you press it, it comes right back to its normal state. And you may be dehydrated if you're tired and weak and just feel faint, and then you start to get lethargic where you can't hardly think real well. Guess what may be happening? You might be dehydrated. You might not have enough water. So you as an elderly person, how much water do you think you might need a day? Anyone? No? You might need 128 ounces, which is about 8 of these bottles. It's a lot, huh? That's a lot of water. And we have to have it as well as you do. And that's why I take these around, because it's easier to hold in my hand. You ever see those people walking around with the big old jugs in their hand? How are they going to get all that water down? They're going to spend a lot of time going back and forth to the bathroom, back and forth to the bathroom. But it's good for us to cleanse our body out. All those impurities that we should not have, it helps us. So we're going to have to get our water in, okay? So just tell yourself after today, I remember what that lady said. I don't remember her name. I don't remember where she came from. But I remember she said, drink a lot of water so we don't get dehydrated. Because especially in Texas, it gets so hot here. We're not thinking about that today because it's a little cool. But very shortly, within the next 2 or 3 weeks, it's probably going to start to get really, really hot, right? Real hot. So we're going to need the water. So remember, 128 ounces of water, which is equivalent to probably about 8 of these bottles. Yeah, it is a lot, isn't it? It's a whole lot. So we have to take it. Okay, so we have to drink all of our water. Okay, what about our sodium intake? What about sodium? You can't have too much sodium. Sodium is just a big chemical word for what? Salt. Yes. Plain table salt that we put on our food. Salt tastes so good. I'm in agreement with you. I just love salt. I even love that lemon pepper salt that has lemon pepper in it. Oh, it's so good. Matter of fact, I have some in my bag right now. So when I eat my lunch, I put extra salt. And that's not good. You should just keep the salt that was put in the food. And maybe add a few pinches or more. But we don't want a lot of sodium. Why do you think a lot of sodium may not be good for us? Like too much salt in our diet.
Soaks up your water.
Yeah, the water's not going to be able to get it all out. It's going to help. It's going to raise our blood pressure and cause all kind of other. It's going to cause edema, which is like swelling of our bodies. So we don't want a lot of sodium in our diet. We just want just enough to make our foods taste real good, right? So not a lot of sodium in our diet. And here I have the food guide pyramid for older adults. And the elderly don't require as many calories as we do. If you look at me, you see I require a lot of calories, and unfortunately I get too many calories. But with the elderly, they don't require as much calories as a person like myself here. I will need far much more than you do. Why is that? Because you're not as active as I am. Every day I tend to go out and have a gym in my home. I do an hour, 30 minutes on the elliptical, 30 minutes on the 30 minutes on that Shred bicycle. I do all of that. So I get a lot of exercise. But the elderly tends to be a little bit more sedentary. So I have my sister here help me. She will pass out the food pyramid. Let me have one of those. Thank you. And here it tells you about all the different foods that you should be eating and how you should be eating them. They're passing them around. our food guide pyramid for the older adults. So your pyramid chain, or your little square here, triangle here, looks a little bit different than mine looks. So I made a copy for you. I want you to look at that daily so you can see that lady. I don't know where she came from or what she did or what's happening, but she said I should pay a close attention to this pyramid. And when you go to Walmart and you get today, you want to look and see and make sure you're getting the right foods. You're choosing, as I have here, all the good fruits and vegetables. Here's the apple. Here's a tangerine. We want to be getting all of these good fruits and vegetables in our diet. So when you go to Walmart, look at your food chain and say, what are some of the things that I should be eating on here? And what should I be buying? Okay? My assistant here is so helpful. And we have our last handout is for older adults. It's 9 nutrients that you might be missing in your diet, like the folic acid, the vitamin B12, all of these different things that we should be having, okay, in our diet. And she's also going to pass that out to you as well. And it's talking about vitamin B12. It's talking about folic acid. It's talking about calcium. We kind of talked about vitamin C earlier, as well as vitamin D. It's talking about vitamin D. And it's also talking about potassium. So you say, oh, all of these vitamins, what is all of this stuff? That's why I printed out this handout for you. So you can see exactly what you should be having as an older adult, as a senior citizen, how important magnesium and fiber is in your diet. And one of the good ones is what? The omega-3 fatty acids. Those are so good. So you must have all of these in your diet as older adults. So in case you forget what I said, here is a reminder for you. In case you forget what I said, here's another reminder for you. Remember, your food pyramid is different than mine. So you as older adults want to look at this and see, what should I be eating? While you're in Walmart, you can see the vitamins that you should be getting. It's all right here for you. And as I stated earlier, you're so fortunate to be here, to have these wonderful people to help you here at this center and to help take care of you and to make sure you get a good nutritional value. Is there any questions or anything that anybody want to know? But if not, and if you think about it later, I should have asked that lady about that vitamin. 9 times out of 10, it's going to probably be on this list. I should have asked her about what should I be getting from Walmart. Here is the pyramid here that you should be getting your nutritional values from. You see, good meats, a lot of vegetables with all kinds of colors. The ones that have the red, the yellow, the greens, all of those good vegetables and vitamins. As I had here, the tangerine, the apples, they're all good. Bananas is full of what? Potassium. Yes, you know that. That's right. Bananas are full of potassium. And finally, you want to get your exercise in. Try to do as much as you can. You're probably not going to be able to do the 30 minutes on the elliptical as I do. You're probably not going to be able to do the 30 minutes on the string bike as I do. But you can lift those hands, right? You want to practice now?
Yeah.
A little bit? Come on.
We do 20 minutes.
You do? Oh, you do 20 minutes today?
20 minutes.
Oh, wow. This is great.
Come on.
Yeah. This is wonderful.
Oh, that's
wonderful. Wonderful. So that's what caused you to be able to get those arms and hands up high, is having the proper nutrition. So remember, watch your food pyramid. Watch the vitamins that you might be missing. Watch that too much sodium and salt intake, so don't raise your blood pressure up, because we don't want high blood pressure. Okay? So remember all of these things, and if you have any questions, feel free to call.